And good afternoon. You're watching Weather Channel Live alongside Felicia Combs. I'm Mike Bettis. Lots to talk about today for those of you that are anticipating Halloween. Hold on to your witch's hat.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, hold on to all of it. Your witch in your yard, your witch's hat, maybe your cousin.
Like,
Yeah.
They're going to go flying if you don't,
exactly.
right? There's a lot going on around the Midwest and the Northeast. Stormy weather there, wet.
Rios is, it's a super popular spot. Around there you can go to one of the really popular waterfalls. You kind of go into like the lush jungleness.
Nature,
of it all.
right?
Nature. And, I'm sure things in that area have been impacted negatively because of this.
Yeah, unfortunately. So there's a look at where landfall was 2 days ago, coming in the west side of the island, affecting us, especially Black River, St. Elizabeth Parish, Montego Bay was on the western side of it. Ocho Rios was then on the eastern side of it, so kind of split the goalpost between those two locations.
So you can see the landfall here. I mean, we've showed it so often. It was really where we had the core of those winds where Melissa was making landfall that we saw the worst infrastructure and building destruction. This is New Hope, near where Melissa made landfall before. Green, lush.
You mentioned it's so lush, right? And that's kind of what they're known for. It's just a very natural island, very jungle, if you will. Like you go in and explore and hike and see all these amazing things afterwards. I mean, there are homes that have just unfortunately been mowed down. Yeah, I mean, it looks like the devastation that you see after a tornado, but very, very, very widespread. Well, you think about this. It was about a 15-mile wide EF4 tornado. Yeah, in essence, is kind of what it was, right? And so this is what we dealt with. And you look at the coastline itself, too. It doesn't look like it once was, right? It's beautiful. You've got some sand there, turquoise water. That's not the case anymore. It's actually eroded a lot of that shoreline. Yeah, you get that runoff then, too, from all that water trying to go from the higher elevations back out to sea. And it just really creates, a whole list of problems. This is Black River. This is just east of New Hope, where Melissa made landfall, not that far. You can see it here. Water is a way of life. I mean, look at all the boats. You've got the rivers and the canals that go a bit farther inland. And what is wonderful if you live there on a normal day becomes an extra threat of flooding during a hurricane. And then you take a look at storm surge and wind damage, and it literally looks like someone dropped a bomb on Black River. It's terrible. We had reports of the hospital there in Black River. And when you're talking about these remote locations, you don't have a hospital every 10 miles. Quite often, that is the hospital for, region wide. So when main infrastructure like that is messed up or destroyed, it creates so many more problems for the people. Well, and you think about how is aid going to get there, because some of the roads to get there are going to be cut off. A lot of the, relief flights would come into Kingston. Right. They just reopened their airport yesterday, but now you've got to transport that then there. Or if you're going to come by boat, where's the boat going to dock? Right. Exactly. So, we see it every time we're talking about one of these really big hurricanes. This is still Black River before Melissa. Again, kind of a wider shot of what we were just showing you. And it just doesn't get better. It actually gets worse as you see a wider view. It just everything is wiped out, and you see what look like to be some well-built structures completely gone. Look at some places that are not going to have the best weather for Halloween necessarily. We have to. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but at least we can get you prepared. Seattle is one of. Clock's back. Oh, you get an extra hour though. You should be reinvigorated. You think so? Yeah. So, at least it's not spring. No one likes the spring. The spring forward. No one likes the spring forward. I wish we could just fall back every fall and never spring forward. Constantly fall back. Right, exactly. In 24 years will be a whole new day. All right, so issues at the corners, some problems for us in the upper Midwest as well. Could we see a rain-snow mix in the Dakotas? But most of the rain is going to be confined up near the mountains here and off the lakes. I-95 should be dry tomorrow. You see that wind symbol there in Boston? That's exactly what we were talking about. So a little bit on the cool side there. Meanwhile, D.C., you really, other than the wind, are lucking out with this forecast tomorrow. I think that's pretty much everyone's forecast, right? We're going to be dry, but it's going to be really, really windy. So maybe, that wind can slice through you. So maybe the kids have got the long sleeves or the long johns underneath their costume as they're heading out for trick-or-treat. Pittsburgh, same thing for you. Not quite as windy as D.C. or New York, but still breezy enough that nothing ruins some great candy, getting a great candy adventure than being cold. Yes. So just, a couple different layers. Because your hands are cold. You're like, you really want, as a kid, I was bearing it no matter what. Yeah. I'm doing it. And then you get home and you're frozen. Yeah. Your mom's like, what my mom would yell at my dad. Why didn't you bring them home sooner, right? So
You try to bring them
I never
home
got in
sooner.
trouble. My dad got in trouble. Minneapolis tomorrow evening, not the greatest for trick-or-treating. Low 40s with rain.
Oh, you know, that's one of those ones where maybe you plan your Halloween activities for another day. Maybe we can all get together and agree that I actually didn't look at the forecast for Saturday in Minneapolis, but hopefully maybe it's better for Saturday.
Listen, we're some wise folks here in Twin Cities. We can adjust if we have to, right? Omaha, our forecast is on the cooler side. Temperatures will be in the 40s, mainly clear. There's not a lot of wind in our forecast, so that helps.
Tomorrow evening across the southeast, you're looking at a really good forecast. A little on the cool side. Temperatures are still a little bit below average, but I feel like based on the weather that we've had the past few days in Atlanta, this is going to feel like a joy.
You'll take it. You really will. It'll be sunny leading up to it, right? So maybe you're going to start with some sunshine, sun setting, and temperatures fall back only into the upper 50s. So a very doable, very pleasant evening for you.
Meanwhile, Orlando, you're the gem of the nation for this Halloween with this forecast, because that's really pleasant for Central Florida.
Super nice.
Yeah.
Super nice. Orlando, you know how to do it. That's excellent. Now, tomorrow evening across the west, we're looking in really good shape from LA to Albuquerque, Denver to San Francisco. There again are the problems. It's Portland and Seattle.
You know, Denver going to be kind of cold. But if you're in Denver, I would imagine that you know how to deal with
We've
that.
done this before. Everyone dresses a Yeti.
Right.
And so it's a very popular costume. Warm for sure. San Francisco, excellent forecast for you. Temperatures either side of 60 for trick-or-treating, so no problems whatsoever.
I mean, we soak up these Halloweens where we've got the really nice weather, so everyone go all out. I want you to do the best for your Halloween activities. In Denver, actually, as we look at it, you can see 35 as we get to 8 o'clock, but it's not terrible leading up to that. Maybe you can get in and get out.
What's your definition of terrible?
Well, for me, terrible is about 60. But I'm assuming if you're in Denver, 46 and sunny at 5 o'clock isn't terrible.
So what this means is, with these temperatures, nothing, you know, like the naughty whatever, you're probably not going to go as that this year.
I mean, I don't know. I've seen some pretty naughty Yetis. Sasquatch.